procedural safety. Present levels, PLAAFP, 12 sequence, 12 assessment conducted, 12 assessment results, 12 strengths, concerns, interests, and preferences, 13 statement of student strengths, 14 statement of parent educational concerns, 14 statement of students' preferences and interests, 14 consideration of special factors, 14 transition, 16 diploma options selected for graduation, 16 students' vision for the future, 16 statement of transition services, course of study, 16 statement of measurable post-secondary goals, 17 statement of transition services, coordinated activities, 18 instruction, 18 related services, 18 community experiences, 19 employment and other post-school adult living objectives, 19 acquisition of daily living skills and functional vocational evaluation, 19 other, 19 special education data standards page 2. Nevada Department of Education goals and objectives, 19 measurable annual goal, 20 statement of transition services, coordinated activities, 21 objectives, 21 benchmark or short-term objective, 21 methods for reporting progress, 22 method for reporting the student's progress toward meeting annual goals, 22 projected frequency of reports, 22 SPED services, 22 services, 23 specially designed instruction, 23 service provider, error, bookmark not defined, service position, 23 location of service, 23 start date, 24 end date, 24 service minutes, 24 frequency, 24 supplementary aids and services, 24 services, 25 location of service, 26 start date, 26 end date, 26 service minutes, 26 frequency, 26 related services, 26 service, 27 service type, 27 service type description, 27 location of service, 27 start date, 27 end date, 27 special education data standards page 3. Nevada Department of Education service minutes, 27 frequency, 27 statewide and or district-wide assessments, 27 assessment name, 28 other assessment name, 29 participation, 29 extended school year services, 32 extended school year services, 33 placement considerations, 33 percentage of time in regular education environment, 34 justification for placement, 34 IEP implementation, 34 IEP implementation, 34 documentation that copy was provided to parent, 35 enrollment status, 35 primary disability, 35 special ed status, error, bookmark not defined, special ed setting, 36 saving and locking IEP, 36 special ed status chart, 36 special ed setting chart, 37 special education data standards page 4. Nevada Department of Education contact, data steward Nick Easter description. The purpose of the special education data standards document is to give Nevada schools and districts a set of guidelines for entering data into the student information system. This document provides a series of screenshots and an explanation of the data elements required for state and federal reporting needs. Data standardization is important to ensure consistency in the data across schools and districts across districts throughout the state data standard, reg sites, data use, etc. NAC and NRS for special educational programs. 387.400, 387.400, 388.001, 388.655. Chapter 395. AB 28056. NRSCH 427A, AB 316. How is data used? Data is used to meet federal reporting requirements under Sec. 618 of the IDEA. IDEA Child Count. IDEA Exit Report. IDEA Behavior Report. IAES end of year reporting noted changes for current year blank available ad hoc and reports blank available training special education data standards page 5 preschool educational environments. Presentation how to calculate EC educational environments. IEP guidelines. TA document designed to assist IEP teams in developing IEPs, IEP modifications, accommodations, and supports. TA document on modifications, accommodations, and supports. IEP and 504 accommodations 1415. IEP and 504 accommodations form. Extended school year and special education. Nevada Department of Education. TA document on extended school year and special education, 2014-2015 NAA Administration Manual, PDF. Contains NAA Participation Guidelines SPED 1, Create IEP Campus Path, Student Information greater than Special Education greater than General greater than Documents tab. 1. Select New Document in the Create New Document wizard. Click on the checkbox for Create New Plan. 2. Create new form. From the drop list, select the appropriate NVIEP plan, bullet, NVIEP data plan. NVIEP with transition, O in thresholds 8 THGR ADEYAR, or OWHENTHECHILDHASRECHEDTHEAGOF 1 years, or a yearly if determined appropriate. NVIEP without transition special education data standards, page 6. Nevada Department of Education education plan meeting type. Select the purpose of meeting by checking the appropriate box. The purpose for the meeting should correspond to the purpose set forth in the written notice of the IEP meeting. Interim IEP. Select Interim IEP if the purpose of the meeting is for an interim individualized educational program is being developed by a public agency for a pupil with a disability, other than a gifted and talented pupil, who is being considered for special education services if the pupil was determined to be eligible for special education by another public agency or in another state. Annual IEP. Select Annual IEP if the purpose of the meeting is for the annual development of pupil's individualized educational program special education data standards, page 7. Nevada Department of Education. Select Initial IEP if the purpose of the meeting is for the initial development of pupil's individualized educational program. IEP following 3-year reevaluation. Select IEP following 3-year reevaluation if the purpose of the meeting is for the development of pupil's individualized educational program following 3-year reevaluation. Revision to IEP dated. Select Revision to IEP dated if the purpose of the meeting is for an addendum to a pupil's individualized educational program. Asterisk note, the date field should be the same as the start date of the IEP that is being amended. Exit graduation. Select Exit graduation. Select the appropriate exit code. Basis of exit code. Basis of exit B18 Standard Diploma, B19 Advanced Diploma, B21 Adjusted Diploma, B23 Advanced Honors Diploma, B52 Dropped out, D24 Transferred to Regular Education, D25 Parent Refused Services, D40 Moved known to be continuing, D41 Moved not known to be continuing, D43 Reached max age, EB1 died. Asterisk note, when a student exits, the case manager will need to contact the registrar and let them know that they will need to update the student's special education fields in the enrollment tab. IEP revision without a meeting. If the IEP is being revised without an IEP meeting, paragraph 300.324A4, check the appropriate box and indicate whether the revision without an IEP meeting was requested by the parent or the school district. Other special education data standards, page 8. Initial IEP. Select Other if the purpose of the meeting is for any other reason. Asterisk note, if Other is selected, the user must type the purpose in the text field provided. Nevada Department of Education used the comments to note any additional important information, e.g., that the meeting was conducted via telephone, that the meeting is being held in response to a parental request, or that the parent is not in attendance. If this page is completed in conjunction with an IEP revision, comments should reflect that unrevised content in the student's previous IEP, specify date remain in effect. Date of meeting record, the date of the meeting. Date of last IEP meeting record, the date of last annual IEP meeting that was conducted as an annual review. IEP services will begin. Enter the date that IEP services will begin, month, day, year. Asterisk anticipated duration of services. Enter the date which corresponds to the anticipated duration of services, the expected length of time this IEP will be in effect. IEP review date. Enter the IEP review date. This date must be projected to be no more than 1 year from the date of this IEP meeting, month, day, year. Eligibility date. Record the eligibility date of the most recent eligibility determination, month, day, year. Anticipated 3-year reevaluation. Project the ANTCIPATED 3YR reevaluation 3 years from the most recent eligibility determination, month, day, year. Interpreter needed. Interpreter needed refers to any special arrangements needed for the parent or student to participate in the IEP meeting. If the parent or student requires an interpreter to participate in the meeting, note the arrangements that were made. Other accommodations needed. Other accommodations needed refers to any special arrangements needed for the parent or student to participate in the IEP meeting. If the parent or student requires other accommodations to participate in the meeting, note the arrangements that were made. Special Education Data Standards, page 9. Comments. Nevada Department of Education Student Demographics. 1. Student information should auto-populate in this box. 2. If the fields are not populated, then the user can click the Refresh Student Information to pull the information from census. 3. If information still is not populated, then the information must be first populated in the census module. Student primary language. This data is pre-populated from census greater than people greater than home language student English proficiency code. This data is pre-populated from student information greater than program participation greater than LEP status assigned school information type in the school name, number, address, and telephone of the assigned school. If the zone school is other, then select Other in the drop-down menu and type in the other zone school. Special Education Data Standards, page 10. Nevada Department of Education Parent-Guardian Information. 1. Parent-Guardian information should auto-populate in this box. 2. If the fields are not populated, then the user can click the Refresh Guardian Information to pull the information from census. 3. If information still is not populated, then the information must be first populated in the census module. Procedural Safeguards, Special Education Data Standards, page 11. Nevada Department of Education 8. A copy of the procedural safeguards must be provided to the parent at least once per year. Paragraph 300.504a. However, during the IEP meeting, these rights should be explained to the parent. After the parental rights have been explained, ask the parent to check the second box and sign the form. B. Check the appropriate box to indicate whether the student has been informed of the transfer of rights that will occur at age 18. Paragraph 300.320c. This process must occur at least 1 year prior to the student's 18th birthday. Consequently, if the student is 16 at the time an IEP is being developed, and there is no expectation that another IEP meeting will be held prior to the student turning 17, the rights transfer must be discussed when the student is 16. Otherwise, it will not be discussed at least 1 year prior to reaching age 18. Present levels, PLAAFP sequence. Use this field to sequence the order of assessments listed. Assessment conducted. Write the name of the assessment that provide pertinent information for the development of the IEP. This may include formal or informal methods, normal criterion reference tests, classroom observations, student work samples, teacher-made or other achievement tests, recent evaluations, behavior rating scales, performance data from regular education teachers, parental input, etc. Assessment results. Procedural safeguards describe the assessment results corresponding to the assessments conducted. Build a profile of the student's current abilities. Special Education Data Standards, page 12. Nevada Department of Education effect on students' involvement and progress in the general curriculum, or, for early childhood students, involvement in developmental activities describe how the student's disability affects his or her involvement and progress in the general curriculum. For early childhood students, focus on the student's involvement in appropriate developmental activities. Information recorded here should relate to the assessment results. In describing the student's current and anticipated level of participation in the general curriculum, consider the following. A. If the student is currently participating in regular education classes, the regular education teacher S must be consulted regarding the student's performance relative to the classroom expectations. The regular education teacher S should share information regarding the accommodations, modifications, or supports that are currently being provided or might be required in order for the student to participate meaningfully in the general curriculum. B. If instruction in the general curriculum is being provided in a resource or self-contained setting, regular education teachers should be consulted regarding curriculum content and achievement level expectations. C. If the student has not participated in the general curriculum due to the nature and severity of his or her disability, information about the student's performance in applied academics, functional academics, vocational skills training, and other alternative programs will also be useful to the team. Strengths, concerns, interests, and preferences. Special Education Data Standards, page 13. Nevada Department of Education Statement of Student Strengths, paragraph 300.324 A.I. Formulate a statement of student strengths to capture key information that can be utilized in developing goals and objectives. A student's strengths are revealed through assessments, observations, and other data. Strengths are also revealed through input from parents, teachers, and others who have worked with the student. Input from the student is also important in reflecting strengths. Statement of Parent Educational Concerns, paragraph 300.324 A.2. Complete the statement to reflect the parent's concerns as they relate to the student's educational success. This information should be taken into consideration when determining IEP services. Statement of Students' Preferences and Interests, paragraph 300.321 B.2. Write a statement of students' preferences and interests if transition services are being discussed, beginning when the student is 14 or younger if appropriate. This information may be collected before the meeting or solicited from the student during the meeting. If transition will be discussed at the meeting, the student must be invited. Paragraph 300.321 B.1. Also, the written notice of the IEP meeting must specify that transition services will be discussed and that the student is being invited. Paragraph 300.322 B.I. Consideration of special factors. Paragraph 300.324 A.2. Paragraph 300.324 B.2. NAC 388.284. NRS paragraph 388.477, AB 341. Check yes or no to indicate the team's consideration of each of the 6 special factors in this section. Each of these factors may impact the development of a student's IEP. If the team chooses yes for any of the factors, address this factor in the student's IEP. The team may address special factors in a variety of ways, including goals and objectives, behavior plans, supplementary aids and services, related services, accommodations, or modifications. If the student is deaf or hard of hearing, the IEP committee must consider all of the following options for item number 5 in accordance with NRS paragraph 388.477.if. The student has been found eligible for a specific learning disability and dyslexia, then the IEP committee must consider all of the special education data standards, page 14. Nevada Department of Education following options for item number 5 in accordance with AB 341. Special Education Data Standards, page 15. Nevada Department of Education Transition Diploma Option Selected for Graduation, NAC Paragraph 389. Check the box that reflects the IEP team's decision regarding the appropriate diploma option for the student. The team must select an option beginning at age 14 and review this choice annually. Standard or advanced high school diploma checkbox if student will complete all applicable credit requirements and pass the EOC with permissible accommodations as needed. Adjusted high school diploma checkbox if student will receive an adjusted high school diploma for completion of IEP requirements. Students' vision for the future include the student's vision for the future, a short statement that directly quotes what the student wants for the future. Statement of Transition Services, Course of Study, NAC Paragraph 388.284.1 E. Describe the anticipated course of study the student will be pursuing, such as participation in advanced placement courses or vocational education program that will promote movement to post-secondary goals. In completing this section, focus attention on how the student's educational program can be planned to help the student make a successful transition to his/her goals for life. Special Education Data Standards, page 16. Nevada Department of Education After Secondary School. Consider the relationship of the coursework selected to the student's preferences and interests, described in the vision statement and statement of measurable post-secondary goals, as well as present levels of academic achievement and functional performance. As indicated on the form, the student's course of study is to be determined beginning at age 14 or younger if determined by the team. Statement of measurable post-secondary goals. Paragraph 300.320b1a. Measurable post-secondary goals must be written, at a minimum, for training, education, and employment. B. The descriptions reflect what the student wants to do after high school. The descriptions are measurable if the accomplishment of the post-secondary goal could be verified at some point in the future, e.g., whether or not a student obtained employment as an electrician. Special Education Data Standards, page 17. Nevada Department of Education Statement of Transition Services, Coordinated Activities, paragraph 300.320b2. Instruction is the use of formal techniques to impart knowledge. It is typically provided in schools, e.g., regular education classes, academic instruction, tutoring arrangements, etc. Instructional activities may be provided by various entities or in other locations, e.g., adult basic education, 2+2 programming, post-secondary schools. Related services enter services necessary to assist the student to benefit from specially designed instruction. Special Education Data Standards, page 18. Nevada Department of Education describe areas where related services are being provided that support attainment of post-secondary goals. E.g., RS and counseling supports positive student, peer interactions and positive student, adult interactions, community experiences. Community experiences are those services provided outside of the school building in the community settings, or perhaps by schools or other agencies, e.g., community-based work experiences, job site training programs, banking, shopping, transportation, community counseling, recreational services, independent living centers, adult service providers, etc. Employment and other post-school adult living objectives. Employment and other post-school adult living objectives are services that lead to a job or career. The objectives may also include adult activities that are done infrequently, such as registering to vote, doing taxes, renting a home, accessing medical services, SSI, filing for insurance, etc. The school or other entities could provide these activities. Acquisition of daily living skills and functional vocational evaluation. Daily living skills are those activities adults do every day, e.g., preparing meals, budgeting, maintaining a home, paying bills, caring for clothes, personal grooming, etc. The school or other entities could provide these activities. Functional vocational evaluation is an assessment process that provides information about job or career interests, aptitudes and skills. It may be gathered through situational assessments, observations, or formal measures. It should be practical. Schools or other entities could provide these activities. Other asterisk note. The above options must be addressed but can say none needed. Goals and objectives select new plan goal. Special education data standards use this area to add any other agency involvement with the student optional. Page 19. Nevada Department of Education Measurable Annual Goal, paragraph 300.320A2. Annual goals are developed for each area of need identified by the IEP team in the PLAAFP, strengths, concerns, interests, and preferences, and the Statement of Transition Services. B. There is a one-to-one correspondence between identified need, current performance level, and annual goal. Annual goals represent the IEP team's estimate of what the student can reasonably be expected to accomplish with specially designed instruction or support during the next 12 months. Annual goals reflect the IEP team's judgment based on current levels of performance, potential for learning, and rate of development regarding what the student should accomplish. The team answers the question, with specially designed instruction, what do we expect the student to do or know at the end of the next 12 months? C. Goal statements should have 4 parts. A. Direction of the behavior, e.g., increase, maintain, decrease. B. Area of needs, e.g., reading, social skills, communication. C. Level of attainment or success, e.g., to grade level, with 100% accuracy, or as appropriate for a typical 6-year-old. D. How progress toward the annual goal will be measured. D. The measurable annual goals should relate to meeting the student's needs that result from the student's disability to enable the student to be involved in and progress in the general curriculum, and meeting each of the student's other educational needs that result from the student's disability. Appendix A. Question 1. Special Education Data Standards, page 20. Nevada Department of Education beginning not later than the first IEP to be in effect when the student is 16, the IEP must include measurable goals that support the student's post-secondary goal S in the areas of training, education, employment, and, as appropriate, independent living skills. Check applicable boxes to indicate the areas addressed. F. If an IEP team determines that a student will receive extended school year ESY services, check applicable boxes to indicate the goal S that will be addressed during ESY. Statement of Transition Services, Coordinated Activities, paragraph 300.320B2. A. Writes a statement of transition strategies or activities to work toward the measurable post-secondary goals already identified. This statement must address each type of coordinated activity, instruction, related services, community experiences, the development of employment and other post-school adult living objectives, and, if appropriate, acquisition of daily living skills and a functional vocational evaluation. B. Develop measurable annual goals and benchmarks or short-term objectives in the IEP for each strategy or activity the district will provide. C. Consider the following information inputted in the Transition Services Editor. Objectives number, sequence. Use this field to sequence the order of assessments listed. Benchmark or short-term objective, NAC paragraph 388.284.1. B. Each annual goal must include either benchmarks or short-term objectives. The purpose of both is to enable a student's teachers, parents, and others involved in developing and implementing the IEP to gauge, at intermediate times during the year, how well the student is progressing toward achievement of the annual goal. An IEP team may use either short-term objectives or benchmarks or a combination of the two depending on the nature of the annual goals and the needs of the student. Special Education Data Standards, page 21. Nevada Department of Education 8. Benchmark. IEP teams may develop benchmarks, which can be thought of as describing the amount of progress the student is expected to make within specified segments of the year. Generally, Benchmarks establish expected performance levels that allow for regular checks of progress that coincide with the reporting periods for informing parents of the student's progress toward achieving the annual goals. B. Short-term objective. Alternatively, IEP teams may develop short-term objectives that generally break the skills described in the annual goal down into discrete components. Methods for reporting progress. Paragraph 300.320A3 Method for reporting the student's progress toward meeting annual goals. A. State and federal law require that the IEP team determine how the student's parents will be regularly informed, such as through the use of quarterly or other periodic reports, or other means of their child's progress toward the annual goals. Paragraph 300.347A 7B. Check the boxes to reflect the methods by which progress will be reported. More than one method may be selected. Projected frequency of reports. Check the box to project the frequency of reports. SPED Services Special Education Data Standards, page 22. Nevada Department of Education. Click on New Service Provided Services, Specially Designed Instruction, paragraph 300.320A4. Federal regulations require a statement of the special education services that will be provided for the student to advance appropriately toward attaining the annual goals, to be involved and progress in the general curriculum, and to participate in extracurricular and other non-academic activities, and to be educated and participate with other students with disabilities and non-disabled students in these activities. This section summarizes the special education services to be provided to the students in the areas for which annual goals have been written. Describe the area in which specially designed instruction will be provided. While teaching and related service methodologies or approaches are appropriate topics for discussion and consideration by the IEP team, they are not expected to be written into the IEP. In general, changing a particular method or approach would not necessitate an additional IEP meeting. Congressional Committee Report, H.R. 5, 1997. If a student will receive specialized instruction in an academic content area, write the content area in this column, e.g., math, English language arts, science. If a student is receiving specially designed instruction in other areas, write the focus of the specially designed instruction in this column, e.g., study skills, vocational skills, community-based functional skills. Service position. Select the position of the staff member who will be providing the services. Location of service. Describe the location where the services will be provided. The location of services in the context of an IEP generally refers to the type of environment that is the appropriate place for provision of the service. For example, the specially designed instruction may be provided in the student's regular classroom or in a resource room. Special Education Data Standards, page 23. Nevada Department of Education. Enter the date when the specially designed instruction is scheduled to begin. In most instances, this date will correspond to the IEP initiation, and the date IEP services will begin on the first page of the IEP. End date. Enter the date when the specially designed instruction is scheduled to end. In most instances, this date will correspond to the IEP termination and the anticipated duration of services noted on the first page of the IEP. Start date. Service minutes. Provide the number of service minutes that corresponds with the frequency of the services that will be provided. Frequency. In the drop-down menu, select how often the services will be provided. Supplementary aids and services. Paragraph 300.320A4. Click on New Service Provided. Special Education Data Standards, page 24. Nevada Department of Education Services. Enter the supplementary aids and services, program modifications or supports that for school personnel that will be provided for the student. Note, modification, accommodation, or support for student or personnel. Federal regulations require a statement of the supplementary aids and services and program modifications or supports for school personnel that will be provided for the student to advance appropriately toward attaining the annual goals, to be involved and progress in the general curriculum, and to participate in extracurricular and other non-academic activities, and to be educated and participate with other students with disabilities and non-disabled students in these activities. Describe each appropriate modification, accommodation, or support for student or personnel. Alternatively, select the number from the supplemental list titled Modifications, Accommodations, and Supports and enter the corresponding number in this row. If the modification, accommodation, or support is needed in a specific content area, specify the area as. For example, if a student has difficulty in reading and requires more time to take tests that require reading, specify the content areas, e.g., history, social studies, where the accommodation for test taking will be provided. Some of the items listed require additional descriptions. If these items are referred to by number on the IEP, the additional description must be provided. For example, number 7, special seating, requires a description of the nature of the seating for an individual student. The row could be completed as follows. Number 7, in front row for all regular classes. If the supplemental list is used, a copy must be attached to the IEP and given to the parent so that the references are clear. In general, accommodation involves adapting instructional strategies, materials, manner of presentation, grouping format and/or the classroom environment, seating arrangements, lighting, sound, etc. For students with special needs, classroom accommodations can be made across educational settings, such as the regular education classroom, the resource room, and special classes. In general, modification means changing the program curriculum when reasonable accommodations will not be effective in allowing the student to participate in the regular education classroom. Modifications are greater or more extensive changes that significantly alter the scope or content of the general education curriculum and are based on the student's need for such changes. See NDE Guidance, here Special Education Data Standards, page 25. Nevada Department of Education described the location where the services will be provided. The location of services in the context of an IEP generally refers to the type of environment that is the appropriate place for provision of the service. For example, the specially designed instruction may be provided in the student's regular classroom or in a resource room. Start date: enter the date when the specially designed instruction is scheduled to begin. In most instances, this date will correspond to the IEP initiation, and the date IEP services will begin on the first page of the IEP. End date: enter the date when the specially designed instruction is scheduled to end. In most instances, this date will correspond to the IEP termination and the anticipated duration of services noted on the first page of the IEP. Location of service minutes provide the number of service minutes that corresponds with the frequency of the services that will be provided. Frequency in the text field describe how often the services will be provided. Related services, paragraph 300.320A4, NAC 388.101, click on New Service Provided Special Education Data Standards, page 26. Nevada Department of Education Service select the related services that are necessary for the student to benefit from special education. Service type: select A for assessment services, C for consultative services, or D for direct services. Service type description: if other service delivery models are used, provide a description. Location of service: describe the location where the services will be provided. The location of services in the context of an IEP generally refers to the type of environment that is the appropriate place for provision of the service. For example, the specially designed instruction may be provided in the student's regular classroom or in a resource room. Start date: enter the date when the specially designed instruction is scheduled to begin. In most instances, this date will correspond to the IEP initiation, and the date IEP services will begin on the first page of the IEP. End date: enter the date when the specially designed instruction is scheduled to end. In most instances, This date will correspond to the IEP termination and the anticipated duration of services noted on the first page of the IEP. Service minutes provide the number of service minutes that corresponds with the frequency of the services that will be provided. Frequency in the drop-down menu, select how often the services will be provided. Special Education Data Standards, page 27. Nevada Department of Education statewide and/or district-wide assessments, paragraph 300.320A6. Click on New Service Provided Assessment Name. Select the assessment name, state criterion reference tests, the end of course exams, college and career readiness assessment or other. Asterisk note: accommodations not specifically listed, those that might be added as other, must be approved individually by the Nevada Department of Education to assure a valid administration of the test. Accommodations for participation in district-wide tests must be in accordance with district guidelines. State Criterion Reference Test, CRT, option for participation in the NAA is provided when you select the CRT. If alternate box is checked, then you must fill out CRT Alternate Assessment Editor. End of course exams. College and Career Readiness Assessment, bullet, Other Special Education Data Standards, page 28. Nevada Department of Education. If assessment name option of other was selected, enter the name of the assessment name in this field. Participation, select how the student will participate in the state or district-wide assessments listed. NA applies if during the period of time covered by the IEP, the student will not be in the grade in which a particular assessment is administered. If the student will participate in regular assessment, does the student require accommodations? Select yes or no if the student will participate in regular accommodations. Asterisk note: occasionally, an IEP team may decide that there would be value in testing a student even though the provision of modifications will lead to an invalid administration. Write these modifications on the bottom of the Accommodation S for the Nevada Proficiency Examination Program form and attach to the IEP. List Accommodation S. List on Accommodation S for the Nevada Proficiency Examination Program. Asterisk note: this list comes from the completed Accommodation S for the Nevada Proficiency Examination Program form for each student participating in the state assessment and attached to the IEP to reflect testing decisions made for the student. Asterisk note: the Accommodation S for the Nevada Proficiency Examination Program form should be scanned and stapled to the IEP. When this form is stapled to the IEP, then it is acceptable to enter the statement, see attached form, in this field. Other assessment name, Special Education Data Standards, page 29. Nevada Department of Education. Asterisk note: you must fill out this editor of the alternate checkbox was selected for the CRT. Students who qualify for the Nevada Alternate Assessment, NAA, and the College and Career Readiness Assessment, CCRA, on November 20th, 2014, the Nevada Department of Education released a memo on CCRA and IDEA guidelines. The following instruction below are based on the guidance from the aforementioned memo and are NDE's recommendation for documenting students who are using the NAA as the alternate CCRA. 1. Select College and Career Readiness Assessment in the asterisk assessment name drop list. Special Education Data Standards, page 30, CRT Alternate Assessment. Nevada Department of Education. 2. Check the box next to Alternate. When click the box, a box will appear stating you must fill the CRT Alternate Assessment in the next editor. Click OK. 3. Click the Save button. 4. In the State Criterion Reference Test CRT Alternate Assessment Editor, complete the questions to guide the decision-making process to determine whether a student participates in the Nevada Alternate Assessment. 5. If the student will participate in an alternate assessment, explain why the student cannot participate in the regular assessment, and why the particular alternate assessment selected is appropriate in the text field below. Special Education Data Standards, page 31. Nevada Department of Education. 6. Click on the Save and Continue button. Extended School Year Services Special Education Data Standards, page 32. Nevada Department of Education Extended School Year Services, paragraph 300.106. Extended school year services must be provided only if a student's IEP team determines, on an individual basis, that the services are necessary for the provision of a free appropriate public education to the student. A school district may not limit extended school year services to particular categories of disability or unilaterally limit the type, amount, or duration of those services. Paragraph 300.106a, 23a. If the IEP has determined whether the student requires extended school year services, check the box to reflect the team's decision. Develop appropriate goals and benchmarks or short-term objectives, or indicate whether existing goals will be addressed during extended school year services. See box to check in goals section, and describe any special education services, related services, or supplementary aids and services that will be provided. B. If the timing of the current IEP is such that the need for extended school year services should be considered at a later date, indicate the date by which the IEP team will reconvene to make the necessary decisions and plans. Placement considerations checkboxes to reflect any placements actually considered by the IEP team. NAC paragraph 388.284(1)K Special Education Data Standards, page 33. Nevada Department of Education percentage of time in regular education environment. Calculate and list the average percentage of time this student will spend in the regular education environment. Justification for placement involving removal from regular education environments. Paragraph 300.320a5. The team must explain why the student's IEP cannot be implemented in the regular education environment with the use of supplementary aids and services. Factors to consider relate to needs for specialized curriculum and instruction, highly individualized instructional methods and materials, extraordinary teacher expertise, frequency and intensity of staff intervention and support, and structured environments to support social behavioral needs. This is not an exhaustive list of considerations, nor is it as specific as justification statements for a particular student should be. Justifications must be individualized and relate to each student's particular needs. Statements to avoid. 1. Statements that merely name or describe the student's disability category. 2. Statements that are too general and that do not justify removal from regular education settings based upon each student's unique needs. 3. Justification statements that rely solely on accommodations that can clearly be met in a less restrictive setting, such as a small group setting or one-on-one instruction. Placements that require removal of the student from regular classes must be justified in the student's IEP. Special classes, separate schooling, or other removal of students with disabilities from the regular educational environment can only occur if the nature or severity of the disability is such that education in regular classes with the use of supplementary aids and services cannot be achieved satisfactorily. Paragraph 300.114. In selecting the least restrictive environment, consideration must be given to any potential harmful effect on the student or on the quality of services that he or she needs. Paragraph 300.116d. A student with a disability may not be removed from education in age-appropriate regular classrooms solely because of needed modifications in the general curriculum. Paragraph 300.116e. IEP implementation. IEP implementation A. The IEP team should work toward consensus in making IEP decisions, but the school district has the ultimate responsibility to ensure that the IEP includes the services the student needs in order to receive a free, appropriate public education. If the team cannot reach consensus, the public agency must provide the parents with prior written notice of the school district's proposals or special education data standards, page 34. Nevada Department of Education refusals, or both, regarding the student's educational program, and the parents have the right to seek resolution of any disagreements by initiating an impartial due process hearing. B. At the conclusion of the meeting, the parent may check either the second box, agree, or the third box, disagree, to indicate whether a consensus has been reached. If the parent does not wish to check either box, the school district must still determine whether a consensus has been reached and follow the applicable procedures outlined above. Asterisk note: there is no legal requirement for parents to sign IEPs. It is a convenient method for documenting participation and for clarifying whether parents are in consensus with the provisions of the IEP. If the parent declines to complete and sign this section of the IEP, the district must evaluate whether consensus has been reached and must take the appropriate steps outlined above. Documentation that copy was provided to parent. Use this line to document that a copy of the IEP was provided to the parent. Enrollment status: primary disability. Click Get Special Ed Status from Enrollment button to auto-populate the primary disability as read only from students' enrollment. Special Education Data Standards, page 35. Nevada Department of Education. From the drop list, select the option that defines the student's status within the special education process at a specific school location and assists in the determination as to whether the student will be included in the school's child count. Special Ed Status Chart Code Title 0 No 1 Yes. Special Ed Setting Description: student no longer receives special education services, e.g., withdrawal, graduation, dropped out, exiting from special education services. Student is actively enrolled in special education. Special ed setting: the special ed setting is the student's educational environment based on the student's age on October 1st of the reporting year. For students ages 3 through 5, use the appropriate code E1 E9. Special ed setting is defined as the program in which children ages 3 through 5 attend and the setting in which these children receive special education and related services. For students ages 6 through 21, use the appropriate code B9-B16. Special ed setting is defined as the setting in which children ages 6 through 21 receive special education and related services. For students who are 5 and going to be turning 6 during the reporting year, the special ed setting is determined by calculating the student's age on October 1st in order to select the correct E or B code. If the student turns 6 on or before October 1st of the reporting year, a B code must be selected. If the student turns 6 after October 1st of the reporting year, a E code must be selected. Asterisk note: see Special Ed Setting Guidance below via the Special Ed Setting table and the See Special Ed Decision Tree. Saving and locking IEP. Once all of the required fields have been completed, click the Save button. After the IEP meeting has been held and the IEP has been completed and saved, the user will need back on the Documents tab. Find the unlocked IEP and click once on the IEP so that it is highlighted. Special Education Data Standards, page 36. Nevada Department of Education. Once the IEP has been highlighted, click on the Lock Unlock button. A pop-up box will appear with the message, "Locking this document will prevent future changes from being made. Users may still view and print a read-only version. Are you sure you want to lock this document?" Asterisk note: once the IEP is locked, it can only be unlocked by a special education administrator. Asterisk note: an IEP needs to be locked for Infinite Campus to know that this is a student with an IEP and for the student to appear on federal and state reports. Press the OK button to lock the IEP. Special Ed Setting Chart Code Description: E1 Reg EC Prog greater than equals 10 hours WKSRVCS. In Reg EC, the child is receiving the majority of hours of special education and related services in the regular early childhood program, and the child attends a regular early childhood program at least 10 hours per week. E2 Reg EC Prog greater than equals 10 hours WKSRVCS. In other loc, the child is receiving the majority of hours of special education and related services in some other location, and the child attends a regular early childhood program at least 10 hours per week. E3 Reg EC prog less than equals 10 hours WKSR VCS and Reg EC. The child is receiving the majority of hours of special education and related services in the regular early childhood program, and the child attends a regular early childhood program less than 10 hours per week. E4 Reg EC prog less than equals 10 hours WKSR VCS in other loc. The child is receiving the majority of hours of special education and related services in some other location, and the child attends a regular early childhood program less than 10 hours per week. Special Education Data Standards page 3075 SPED in separate class. The child is attending a special education program in a class with less than 50% non-disabled children. Do not include children who also attend a regular early childhood program. These children should be reported in categories E1, E2, E3, or E4. E6 SPED in separate school. The child is receiving education programs in public or private day schools designed specifically for children with disabilities. Do not include children who also attend a regular early childhood program. These children should be reported in categories E1, E2, E3, or E4. Nevada Department of Education Code Description E7 SPED in residential facility. The child is receiving education programs in publicly or privately operated residential schools or residential medical facilities on an inpatient basis. Do not include children who also attend a regular early childhood program. These children should be reported in categories E1, E2, E3, or E4. E8 home. The child is receiving special education and related services in the principal residence of the child's family or caregivers, and the child attends neither a regular and early childhood program nor a special education program provided in a separate class, separate school, or residential facility. Include children who receive special education, both at home and in a service provider location or some other location that is not in any other category. The term caregiver includes babysitters. E9 service provider location. The child receives all of the child's special education and related services from a service provider or some other location that is not in any other category, and the child attends neither a regular early childhood program nor a special education program provided in a separate class, separate school, or residential facility. For example, speech instruction provided in private clinicians' offices located in school buildings, and bullet hospital facilities on an outpatient basis. Do not include children who also receive special education at home. Children who receive special education, both in a service provider location and at home, should be reported in the home category. B9 regular class 80-100%. The child receives special education and related services inside the regular classroom for 80% or more of the school day. This may include children with disabilities placed in regular class with special education related services provided within regular classes, regular class with special education related services provided outside regular classes, or bullet regular class with special education services provided in resource rooms. B10 regular class 40-79%. The child receives special education and related services inside the regular classroom between 40 and 70% of the school day. This may include children placed in resource rooms with special education related services provided within the resource room, or resource rooms with part-time instruction in a regular class. B11 regular class 0-39%. The child receives special education and related services inside the regular classroom less than 40% of the school day. These are children who receive special education and related services outside the regular classroom for more than 60% of the school day. Do not include children who received education programs in public or private separate day or residential facilities. This category may include children placed in self-contained special classrooms with part-time instruction in a regular class, or self-contained special classrooms with full-time special education instruction on a regular school campus. B12 separate school. The child receives education programs in public or private separate day school facilities. This includes children with disabilities receiving special education and related services at public expense for greater than 50% of the school day in public or private separate schools. This may include children placed in public and private day schools for students with disabilities. Public and private day schools for students with disabilities for a portion of the school day greater than 50% and in regular school buildings for the remainder of the school day, or public and private residential facilities if the student does not live at the facility. B13 residential facility. The child receives education programs and lived in public or private residential facilities during the school week. This includes children with disabilities receiving special education and related services at public expense for greater than 50% of the school day in public or private residential facilities. This may include children placed in public and private residential schools for students with disabilities, or public and private residential schools for students with disabilities for a portion of the school day greater than 50% and in separate day schools or regular school buildings for the remainder of the school day. Do not include students who received education programs at the facility but do not live there. B14 Homebound Hospital Special Education Data Standards, page 38. Nevada Department of Education Code Description. The child receives education programs in homebound hospital environment includes children with disabilities placed in and receiving special education and related services in hospital programs or homebound programs. Do not include children with disabilities whose parents have opted to homeschool them and who receive special education at the public expense. B15 Correctional Facilities. The child receives special education in correctional facilities. These data are intended to be a count of all children receiving special education in short-term detention facilities, community-based or residential, or correctional facilities. B16 Parentally placed in a private school. The child has been enrolled by their parents or guardians in regular parochial or other private schools and whose basic education is paid through private resources, and the child receives special education and related services at public expense from a local educational agency or intermediate educational unit under a service plan. To include children whose parents chose to homeschool them but who receive special education and related services at the public expense. Do not include children who are placed in private schools by the LEA. Special Education Data Standards, page 39. Nevada Department of Education Special Education Data Standards, page 40.
Oh, that's it. Well, that was certainly interesting. So I'm gonna save this and share it because everybody needs to understand the restrictive policies that are being implemented in Clark County, Nevada.